Greetings once more.
And all.
Welcome back to Listenerland.
Available on all popular streaming channels, Spotify, Amazon, Apple Music, and you of the tube. Like and subscribe, ring that bell, and do anything else you can.
Do everything you need to do. Because what it does is, it helps us grow the show and get exotic guests on like...
Us.
Again. It can't get any more exotic than us though, can it, really?
No, we are the ultimate. We're at our pinnacle.
We've already got Rod Stewart and Lenny Kravitz that have actually subscribed to us. There's probably a lot more that have not actually told us that. But, more the merrier.
Join the fun. Speaking of fun, what do you know?
Well, I know. Now, I don't know how true this is, but...
Now, can I just stop with you?
No.
We can't go on hearsays and lies.
Rumour has it.
Rumour has it.
My next door neighbour tells me that
that Adele did a 12-pound crap.
No, because things could change. So I'm not saying it's going to happen, but apparently at the end of this year, it has been scheduled for Oasis to reform and do 4 gigs.
Shut up.
I've seen another interview with Noel Gallagher, and he was talking about. He says, people keep asking me this, and I've said it loads of times, and I keep saying, Liam, if you're watching this, call me. But I tell you what, he won't call me because he knows what will happen because he'll be crapping his pants because as soon as he gets in a room with me, he'll have to speak to me, and he'll know what happened. So, whether that's a physical threat, nobody really knows what happened between them two.
No.
Well, we know that the sibling rivalry.
I heard that Liam said something about the legitimacy of his child.
Yeah, I want it about his daughter or something like that.
Yeah. Or Liam once told Noel to take the wrong bin out on recycling day, and Noel then
He took the green bin out.
and then he had to wait 2 weeks again, and they just couldn't forgive him. He looked back in anger at that.
Oh, nice.
You fed that one in well.
Thank you.
Nobody spotted it though.
I'll just write this one off my list.
So I'm going to rectify something. I've been told today that a couple of episodes ago I said that a chap from Metallica, I'm going to say Oasis then, from Metallica had a tattoo done containing 50% ink, 50% Lemmy's ashes. And I said it was Kirk Hammett when in fact it was James Hetfield.
Dum dum dum.
So
never.
Who
said that?
Just to rectify that.
Because James called in, didn't he? He was complaining.
Yeah, James says it's actually me that's got it done.
Yeah. Son of a bitch, you're me.
Ha ha! Ha ha, my boy! It's me, James!
I think you've been prank called there.
But as any of
on his middle finger.
Oh, on his middle finger, yeah.
What is it?
It's a tattoo of the Ace of Spades.
And it's for...
And it's so he can still fly the bird or middle finger.
When he gives him the bird.
When he gives him the bird, yeah. And I think I said it was something to do with...
It's a tribute to Lemmy.
Yeah, I said it was something to do with a bird or an eagle or something like that.
It's a tribute to Lemmy, and it's the Ace of Spades from the symbol from
Ace of Spades
Motorhead song. And he can now stick his middle finger on behalf of Lemmy and give people the bird.
Mm-hmm. Give it that. I've never heard it called that before.
The bird?
It's an American expression.
Yeah.
They usually refer it to flip the bird.
The actual act itself is Americanism. We never do that. We do the 2-finger things.
Do you know where the 2 fingers come from?
French. Doing it to the French.
But why do you do it to the French?
Because it confused them.
They said...
Close. What it was, History Channel. So there's a famous photo of Winston Churchill giving the victory
it was
V's.
further back than that.
I know, I'm just giving context. They were giving the victory V's, right? Which is now an offensive sign. But then it was victory. And what that meant was that back in the day, in the 100-year war between England and France, the French had long bowmen, and they used these 2 fingers to pull back.
Yeah, they're going to chop your fingers off.
Yeah, and if they killed a long bowman, they then give the old salute to the French, I got you Longbowman, and give them the two fingers. Because they were the creme de la creme of the army. They were the thing that were feared. So if they killed a Longbowman, they give them the V's. Because they use those fingers to pull back the arrow.
And that's where it comes. Yeah, I knew it was something to do with the French bowman, but yeah, thank you for that.
Oh, ho.
But I've never heard it called flying the bird.
It's an American expression. The act is American expression. We do the V, they do the bird. And it's just flipping the bird, isn't it?
I've never heard it called that.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Americans got it flipping the bird because what they do is when there's a blackbird on
Bird singing in the dead
on a table, you can actually sneak up behind a blackbird, but it requires two fingers, and you flip the bird and it upside down.
Yeah, it's a sport over there.
Yeah, they just
National
literally
sport.
flip the bird over,
Yeah,
and the blackbird goes wah.
And Paul McCartney gets royalties for it.
Let's move
Oh God. Okay.
before we have to stop.
He actually gets
That's
royalties for
when they
that.
say it.
Now, going back to Liam, though.
Yeah.
Liam said about his brother, he said about Noel, he said that he couldn't handle the rock and roll. He couldn't take the vibe anymore. And he's now gone all cosmic and Leo Sayer.
Leo Sayer. Oh.
What's the Leo's hair comment? What does that mean?
That's what he said.
What
A bit soft, maybe. I don't know. Leo Sayer's meant to be a bit clean as a whistle and shiny. And,
Bit of an awkward
but he's not
arsehole,
really.
isn't
He's
he?
not really.
I thought it was just known as an awkward arsehole.
Well,
Oh, Leo Sayer.
Yeah, that's why he moved off. He moved to Australia because he said that wasn't getting the respect that he deserved in the UK
well, he doesn't.
because he's always dancing. It always feels like it, but he never does it.
Yeah, he got a dodgy perm.
Yeah,
Yeah, he did have a
and a
dodgy
tank
perm,
top,
didn't
and he keeps like doing the splits in the air.
You see, this is what they made him do, these pop stars. And he wasn't like that when he started. He didn't have all that image when he started. And then he had a hit record because his management people around him said, right, you're going to wear that, you're going to do this, and you're going to have a bubble perm. And that's what made him famous. So he's caught in that, I can't get rid of this image now because that's how people remember me. That's what I expect to see. And it's stuck with that. And obviously,
I don't feel sorry for
It's
him.
not
He can
doing
easily
any good.
He can easily not get a perm and
he? Yeah.
not be
And
like
change his tank top.
well, he could just do something completely different, but they don't because they know that that's how people remember him. If he walked out the street with a short back and sides and baggy flares on, the people wouldn't recognise him.
He can't have, if surely to God he ain't got a dodgy perm now.
It must be
No,
quite awkward to have such an anchoring on your image from when you were younger, and without it, you feel like you aren't anybody. It's quite a sad
We're not
state
in
to
that
live.
limelight, though, are we?
No, and like you, it's easy to perceive fame as like this, like the higher level, the place that you must aspire to. But it's a gilded cage, really.
Oh, yeah.
It's a place to rot.
How many cases have you heard?
It's a place
of
to
people
rot around mirrors, isn't it? Because you're
Yeah.
just constantly reminded, or you have to maintain the youthful persona.
It's not. No, a lot of people suffer the downfalls of reaching that status, and then you've heard this story many times where it's killed them, or they've killed themselves because they couldn't handle that pressure. It's what they've gone for. It's what they wanted, and when they get it, it comes with all the set of baggage as well.
Yeah. But they know what they're getting in for, though, don't they?
They don't.
That's the problem. They don't.
I don't know.
They want the fortune and fame,
That's what I mean. But they know what comes with it.
but they don't. They don't want the fact that they can't open the front door without people screaming and shouting at them.
They don't expect the bins being rummaged through, and then they're seeing that you've had a stuffed crust pizza 5 days on the trot.
Yeah, but they've seen it happen to other people, so they know it's going to
I
happen.
don't know.
It's not just a new thing that's happened.
You never think it's going to happen to you, do you?
Yeah, but once you're in that limelight of that ladder, you know it's going to happen to
You're
you.
climbing that ladder.
They've seen
and
it.
it takes a long time unless you're a sudden overnight success. But you're climbing that ladder and you're thinking, oh, I want to be on top of Pops. I want to be on top. I want to get a second showing on top of Pops. If I get on twice on top of Pops, then I've made it. Once is like just a one-hit wonder, but twice is like I made it. And they get twice, and then they want a third time because they've got to taste that success and the taste of that stardom. They like it, and it's a perpetual thing.
And I guess it's more complex as well because it's the perception from outside. So if you've been on top of the pops twice, people assume that you've got lots of money, you're rich and famous.
Yeah.
So then you have to somehow maintain this identity of being rich and famous.
Yeah.
And
But didn't it only pay something like 30 quid or something like that?
Yeah, but imagine so some of the members of Steps, let's say,
I'd rather not.
there's a perception because they were famous in the early noughties or latter 90s that they might have, loads of money or see him say Spice Girls. So Mel B had recently come out and said that she was broke. You assume that they're set for life. Was it
Mel B's broke?
She was broke, yeah. So
Yeah, she filed for bankruptcy.
S Club
Really?
7, a guy from S Club 7
What
had
the
to
hell she
sell.
done with all that money?
A guy from S Club 7 had to sell his Brit Award on eBay to pay his rent.
You say, what did she do with all that money? You're assuming she had all that money. So it's smoke and mirrors, Wayne.
They didn't write the songs; they just sung them.
They were saying,
Oh, yeah, they just
you
sung
sing
them then,
this,
yeah.
you dance that, you smile at that camera, you wriggle your ass at that camera.
And they were only together for 2 years. Yeah,
Really?
yeah, 2 years as a full band, and then Jerry left, and then they just sort of split up after 6 months. So
Is
for
that all
three,
they lasted?
for 3 years in total, the
It
Spice Girls.
sent like 10 years.
I know. So how much money? They've not made. They're not still. They can't live off their lifestyle on that.
Their management people, the people that put them together, because that's what they were put together, they didn't put them together to make them rich. They put them together to make themselves rich.
Oh yeah, I get that. Yeah, that's
That's
like any.
You're right, just like any band. That's
Any.
like any modern band. Or it goes back to old bands as well. So that's what Louis is saying, that it's smoke and mirrors. They aren't. They didn't. What did she do with all that money? She never had it. That's what she did with it. She never had it.
I heard a story recently, and it was about Destiny's Child. Destiny's Child's first hit song was "Say My Name." Say my name, say my name. That one. There was 2 additional members to Destiny's Child,
Oh, I read this. Yeah.
and they didn't know that they'd been kicked out of Destiny's Child until they saw the music video where they weren't in it.
Yeah.
Their vocals are on the track, but they're not in
I
the
was
song.
going to say they actually sung on the song, but but they didn't appear on video.
They
did
were replaced
Yeah, by another 2 people.
by so Beyonce's father was Destiny's Child's manager,
Yeah.
and I think Kelly Rowland was like a stepdaughter or whatever. But yeah, they were replaced, and they weren't even told. They didn't realize it.
And how much did they get for that?
Probably not a lot
Probably nothing.
because they didn't realize that they had to sign anything.
You know, we're having this conversation the other month about this on the previous podcast about who gets what. Well, there's a prime example there. They sang on it, but they didn't get anything for it because they didn't appear on the video. And you were saying that it's not fair. It's not fair. You were
It's
right
not-
in what you were
It's
saying.
not fair.
If they form a band
it's not
and,
right.
they're a little gang,
It's
they
a
should all
team.
get an equal share. Some bands work that way. And it's probably only 2%.
I just
There's a
think-
program about Backstreet Boys. It's about 90s and noughties pop, and Backstreet Boys were at the height of their success, but they were making no money.
Yeah.
They were getting absolutely rinsed by their manager, and they were having to do like stupid gigs just to like make ends meet. They have nothing. They have nothing from the back.
I just
the
think
back of
if-
it when they were the
Other
biggest band
people
in the
made
world.
money.
I just
Other
think if
people
they're
made
a
a lot of
band,
money.
they go out there as a band, as a team, and it should be all equally divided.
There's a documentary at the moment about TLC about them came back together, the 2 remaining members, because Lisa Left Eye Lopez died. But there was a bit back in like I think I don't know the late 90s or something, and it was a Grammys thing, and they just won a Grammy. They got loads of Grammys for. Let's imagine it as Waterfalls. You know the song Waterfalls, don't go
Yeah,
chasing
yeah.
waterfalls. And they're backstage and they got all the Grammys and stuff. And they're like, "How does it feel?" And they were quite honest with saying, "Well, it's not doesn't it feels all right, but it's not great because we're skint. We're the biggest band in the world, and we have no money, and we're in debt."
You think they were the biggest band in the world, they just had Waterfall. You think they're walking about with barrel loads of money.
They've got nothing. It was the record label and the management that was just ciphering it all.
Talking of Lemmy, do you want a quiz?
Yeah.
Right, what I'm going to do this week is not band or booze. This is purely band. And I'm going to give you a list of band names that Lemmy has been in. You've got to find the fake one.
Right.
Can you do that?
I'll get it go.
We'll try.
Okay. Shawaddy. No. Okay. Rainmakers. Rocking Vickers. Titus Sloan.
Titus what?
Titus Sloan.
Titus Sloan.
Sam Gopal. Opal Butterfly. Now, which one of those is the odd one out? Which one is the fake band? Do you want me to read them again?
Oh, Shawaddy Waddy?
No, Shawaddy was just me. Just
Which
messing
one's
with
the
your...
fake band or which one has he appeared in?
Do you know, I knew somebody...
No, but it's a good question, though, because has he appeared in most of them?
There's one of these bands is not true. One of these bands is made up by myself.
Right, okay.
You've got to find which one it is.
Can I hear them again, please?
Rainmakers, Rocking Vickers, Titus Sloan, Sam Gopal, Opal Butterfly.
Rocking Vickers.
You're going Rocking Vickers.
Opal Butterfly.
You're going Opal Butterfly. You're both wrong. I've got you this week, Wayne. I've got you.
On them.
Rainmakers is a fake.
Oh, that's a good name for a band, actually.
Yeah, it is.
The Rainmakers.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, thank you.
The rest are terrible.
I have actually got a track on my Spotify playlist, and it's a Sam Gopal one. Sam Gopal was like this. He played bongos basically, and wrote some songs. And Lemmy was the guitarist, not a bass player. He was the guitarist in that band, and he had his first song that he wrote was a track called Dark Night, I think it is, and that's the track I've got on my Spotify playlist. You can tell it's Lemmy. It's Lemmy's voice. It's his same style of.
He's always going about the Ace of Spades.
No, but it's that rhythmic pattern that he has in his lyrics. Dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee, dee-dee-dee. And it's that, and it's very Lemmy. But the style is like very 60s, early 70s style. And I quite like it.
Eh?
Dark Night. Yeah, check that one out. Dark Night. So I got you this week.
You did. You got me on that one.
Yeah, you've been having me for the last 2 or 3 years on there, might you?
I'll give you that one.
Well,
As
no,
go on.
I'd like to
Fire
play a little game with it, and this is what I like to call "Who in the Drugs Is That?" Where we guess who is talking, and I'm just assuming that they're on drugs.
Okay.
Feel in yourself shy? I mean, you walk around like this. Do you ever feel that you want to hide away?
Oh, no, God, I don't want to hide nothing. God knows I don't. I ain't never heard nothing. Holy Magadoo, Andy. I ain't never heard nothing. I let it all hang out. Every bit, I don't hide none. I think that everything is supposed to be showed. Your limbs, everything's supposed to work in the right function, in the right pause and the potions that you have a notion to give out to the world, the love, the gentleness, the tenderness, the kindness. You ain't supposed to hide nothing. You got it. God gave it. Show it to the world. No, I don't want to hide. I love when the people turn around and say, there go Little Richard. I said,
I was just about to say, do you know, I was about to
But you
say
didn't.
Little Richard. I was waiting for end of it.
I thought it was Little Richard, but I thought the voice is a bit low.
Well, it's quite basic, but mad as a box of frogs.
Yeah.
He was on something.
Yeah, I thought, it's sort of ranty he'd go on. It sounded like that, but I thought his vocal thing was just a bit too low.
I was listening to his voice. I thought, I seem to recognise this, and I was trying to think of somebody that interests Louis and why would have that clip.
Well, the thing is,
Little Richard
nobody
coming
said
to
it
mind.
until
No.
they said his name. So,
I
no,
was-
like
No.
a Eurovision
Yeah,
Song
well,
Contest.
I was waiting for it to stop. I thought you were going to stop it and say, who's
Oh, cobblers. Cobbler.
You'll not get a point. Wayne's
Wayne's one.
that? So, has any of you heard of
Moving on quickly.
Masonia Music School?
Massonia Music
I think
School.
that's how you pronounce it. Masonia Music School.
No.
Apparently it's a
School.
Yeah, apparently it's a really famous music school. I'd not heard of it, but when I was reading about it, apparently it's
Masonia.
Musonia. Masonia, I would pronounce that. Masonia Music School. Well, apparently it was founded by Randy Rhoads' mum and dad.
Oh,
All right.
what is it? So is it a classical thing then?
It didn't say.
Because wasn't he classically trained?
He wanted to leave to play. He did play classical guitar, and he used to seek out tutors wherever he were going on his tour, because he wasn't a drugs and drink man, and so he'd go and have guitar lessons somewhere with some classical guitar player,
Right.
and yeah, that's why his style was sort of quite virtuoso type. It's a strange name. Why did they pick that name, I wonder?
I don't know.
And is it classically based, or is it rock music based?
It didn't say.
Oh.
I was just reading this article on Randy Rhoads, and what it also said was, let me just get this one right, that his parents had got him a music teacher, and he was with this music teacher for 9 months, and after 9 months,
A baby appeared.
yeah, after he'd been with this music teacher for 9 months, the teacher rang his parents up and said, I think you need to stop sending him to me because I can't teach him anything else. He actually knows more than me, and he is now showing me how to do things. Randy Rhoads was 13-year-old.
Well,
Yeah.
that's that. Now, there's a debate about whether that is.
Is that him advanced or a bad teacher?
No, well, is it that she's a good teacher and he's young and a sponge? So the best time to teach somebody a skill is when they're young, because their brain just like sucks it all up.
As you go. Oh right, yeah. And with that,
But apparently she said he's actually in the lesson. He's actually showing me how to do things.
Yeah, but she didn't know how to make a C chord. Imagine, she's really rubbish.
yeah.
Wow.
She would teach it piano, and he would learn it guitar.
Oh, that'll
That
be
would do it.
Yeah,
It's impressive, though, isn't it?
yeah.
Yeah, we know he were an exceptional talent,
And
and
it was
an early virtuoso.
It was 13-year-old, and
Yeah.
he'd only been with her for 9 months, and he knew more than she did.
Wow.
I think he'd been playing probably 10 years at that stage.
Well, it probably could have been.
Yeah, he started young. It probably wasn't his first instrument either. They never start on. They never. All these famous people that they're famous for, like whether it's drums or bass guitar or guitarist, it's never the instrument that they start on.
Wasn't Eddie Van Halen piano first?
Sorry?
Wasn't Eddie Van Halen
Yeah,
piano first?
and he was a very good pianist.
Yeah.
Yeah, but he started on drums first.
Was it?
Yeah, and his brother were on guitar, and now his brother Alex says, they said, look, I'm better at that than you are, so you play drums and I'll play guitar, and they swapped because they were.
That's how that worked.
That's how that worked. But Eddie were already playing keyboards at that stage,
Right.
and he were proficient at that stage. I suppose a lot more than proficient, really, but he was just an exceptional talent. Some people are. Some people have got this sort of like
Yeah, they're just
natural
natural,
gift
aren't
for
they?
it. Yeah. It's all down to. Is it? Are they born to be that way, or is it just they put that extra effort into it, being that way?
Well, I don't know. You see, so it's all relative, isn't it? So Eddie Van Halen did a lot of 3 notes per string. Is that what it was? It was lots of like fast noting things. It was known for like double tapping and 3 notes per string. I think, if I'm right, I think that's what it was, which defined the sound. Whereas then you've got B.B. King, which has got the blues box and these certain expressions where he was trying to replicate a trumpet a lot of the time. One isn't more virtuoso than the other.
No, I'll grant you that. Yeah.
Or, however, B.B. King couldn't do what Eddie Van Halen did. and
Vice versa.
Eddie Van Halen can probably play the blues box, but he wouldn't be able to have the same expression that B.B. King did.
Correct.
Because a lot of B.B. King is in the absence.
The less is more. And
Yeah.
Eddie was more is more.
Yeah, which is
He could play
which
less.
is like
He could
distinctive
play
for the
less.
80s, you
Yeah,
know.
but he could take it to that extra level.
But he's really a bookmark for the era of more is more. So
Yeah.
more notes, more
Yeah.
flash.
If you're wanting, you know that musical linear line that goes through. It's like a bit like a heartbeat, and you go beep, beep, beep.
Yep.
And there you've got Hendrix beep. Then the next one beep is Eddie Van Halen. I think anyway, because he changed the game. Then you get to Eddie, and he changed the game. Because look what followed him.
I don't know. I mean, I think there's a few little bumps along the way.
Oh yeah, there's a bit.
Do you know that
there's
Jimi
some
Hendrix
minor ones?
disapproved of,
There's
of
some
Led
minor
Zeppelin?
ones. Sorry.
Do you know that Jimi Hendrix didn't like Led Zeppelin?
Oh yeah.
I mean,
yeah.
he died before they really got into the full swing, but he went and found Led Zeppelin.
But he'd heard it before. And where had he heard it before? The Geoff Beck band.
Well,
And they all state that. All them that were around about that time, they'll say it were Led Zeppelin were just
but
a souped up Geoff Beck band.
but Jimmy Page was. It was nothing like Jimi Hendrix.
No, different style altogether. Different
Yeah.
style. Completely different style. You won't put. You won't. I don't think I would put Jimmy Page on that linear line.
Oh, I would.
It'd be a beep, but it won't be as big a beep as what you got from Eddie Van Halen.
As in respect of what, though?
I don't know. I disagree with that.
What are you classing? And
Look what he changed. Look what he you hear more people, you see more people that has copied Eddie Van Halen than has copied Jimmy Page.
The difference being is that Jimmy Page has created a copious amount of legendary riffs
He has, yeah.
and inspired many guitarists to pick up.
He has,
to-
yeah. That's
So
true.
so
It's
the
true.
the bip is that technique is Eddie Van Halen, but the
Yeah,
inspiration, like
yeah,
Jimmy
But
Page.
you didn't get.
the icon.
All right, I'll put it a different way then.
Like if you were to
I'll
ask,
put it a different way. When
Okay.
you got Van Halen come out and they hit the scene and they pretty much hit the scene running.
the hit at MTV Prime.
His particular, yeah, they hit right at the right time. When his beat went on that linear line, look at the bands that followed him. Look at the bands that came out after. The constant flow, especially in America, not so much over here, but there were constant flow of all these bands that were trying to be Van Halen. You didn't have any. You didn't have many bands. Well, who can you say that was chasing after the same sound as Led Zeppelin when they started?
Aerosmith.
That were years later,
Richie
and
Sambora.
they were more like the Stones and Faces.
Now, is this because the Jimmy Page style is much harder to accomplish
I think it might be.
than the Eddie Van Halen? Because you could say that a lot of the 80s sound was
Yeah,
more notes per string,
Yep.
dive bombs.
Yep.
It was the era of flash guitar playing.
not
Wasn't it?
everybody can play like Jimmy Page because he has a particular way of playing. He don't do all that tapping business for a start.
Isn't it Joe Bonamassa said that he's one of the hardest ones to replicate?
Yeah, because he plays slightly behind the beat.
Yeah. But he's a riff monster, though.
Riff monster.
He's come up with some of the greatest riffs there is.
Yes, yes. Technically, he's very good. He's just not as showy, shall we say? Yeah, not as showy.
I'm not sure. I remember him in a sort of a matador outfit with, I'm pretty sure, like Jupiter on his shoulders,
No,
clutching a bottle of Jack Daniels
No, I mean in his
with a violin bow.
in his guitar style. I
think
mean,
that's
the violin boy he was doing back at Geoff Beck band.
Yeah, he was doing it a long time ago.
Yeah, he did that before he did it with Led Zeppelin,
I think somebody else that's
and he
come out
pinched
with
that
some,
off somebody else.
somebody else that's come out with some big riffs as well is Iommi. He's another good
Yeah,
for riffs.
He is. But did you get a lot of people
Old Tony.
going down the
Tony.
Tony.
Tony
Tony,
Iommi.
two toes Tony, one finger Tony? Did you get? You don't hear that though, do you?
What,
Oh, they all
two-toes
wanted
Tony?
to be Tony Iommi. They all wanted to be Van Halen.
Yeah,
Or
you
they
never
all
hear
wanted
if
to
he
be
wanted to be
Hendrix.
Tony.
You don't hear. I'm a Tony Iommi copyist.
No.
No,
Don't
no.
they? Yeah. Well, might not have done, but he come out with some big riffs.
Oh, he did, yeah. No doubt about that.
A lot of good riffs.
Made him
out there
famous
by
for it.
Probably came out with bigger whiffs, though.
Could have done.
What?
Bigger whiffs.
A bigger whiff than a riff. Okay.
And do you know that Iommi had an affair with Sharon before she got with Ozzy?
Tabloids.
Oh, here we go.
Here we go.
Here we go. Let's scrape that barrel. Did she?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Yeah. And how do I know that?
How do you know that, Wayne?
Because I'm reading Black Sabbath book.
And who's wrote this?
Mick Wall.
And he's got that information from Sharon or Iommi?
Well, he's got the information through all of them.
They've all said them two had a rate fling before he got with.
Well, he states it in his book. It's in black and white, so...
No, I don't doubt what you're saying, Wayne. You know, don't get so defensive.
It does sound like you are doubting what he's saying.
Yeah,
though.
it does, doesn't it?
No, I do.
And where did you get this from?
I
And
doubt.
who wrote the book?
Your
No,
Honour, I
no.
plead this...
Wayne, you
plead this
misunderstand them.
concept.
None of them go.
Yeah.
If it's in print, if somebody's wrote it, where've they got it from? That's all I'm saying.
Well, he went on, what they call it, didn't he, with them? He was a big, wasn't he their publicity guy or something like that?
Yeah, but did he shake bed with him? No, he didn't. You've got to be careful what Mick Wall says.
Well, it's printed in a book.
Well, that's it then.
And,
That confirms it.
A license...
To kill.
What they call
No.
it, book on Black Sabbath, isn't it? Which got interviews in and by them all.
If Shannon says, "Oh yeah, me and Iommi had a bit of a what's it," I'm going to say, "Okay, fair enough." But if it's somebody saying, "I'm sure them two had a bit of a fling,"
No, I can't. It actually might have been Geezer that mentioned it because what it does is it flicks to certain people throughout the book, and they give you like an interview on, like say February 10th, and then it'll go to Ozzy and he'll give you his interview on February 10th. And it's like that. So it'll go to different people in band and they'll all have their say about what's happening. And it said that it was Sharon and Iommi was having, I think it might have been Geezer was having an affair before she actually got, years before she got with Ozzy.
I'm not doubting it, Wayne. I wanted to know the provenance of it.
At the time, he was married.
I want written. I want photos. I want.
Well, you better read it because when I finish with it, you'll be part of the book anyway.
Who are you? The Guardian editor?
Yeah.
I need witnesses. I need photos.
I need signed
We
statements.
run this through our lawyers.
I'll even say I want rubbings, DNA tests.
But Wayne, I'm not doubting you. But I'm going to need a big list.
I'm going to need more.
I'm not doubting Wayne. I'm doubting Mick Wall.
Mick Wall.
Mick
Yeah.
Wall.
Now Wayne loves Mick Wall. I like Mick Wall.
I don't like Mick Wall.
but
It makes me laugh.
He writes things that make sound good.
Right. He
I know he can only get away with so much in print
He inflates the
because
truth.
he's got to be able to back it up, and that's the point I'm trying to make. Where does he get his evidence from? If that's true, somebody's had to tell him that, and he's got to name and shame. He can't just say, you know what I mean?
So think on, Mick.
So think on, Mick Wall look-alike.
Mick Wall person.
He wants pictures.
Actually, Mick Wall look-alike over there. Mick Wall, by the way, is a very prolific writer of rock books. He's done about 40. He's very good. I've got some in my record book collection. They're very good.
Mike's there.
Sorry?
The mic's there.
Oh, it is, yeah. Well spotted.
Facing.
I was speaking to the people out there in Listenerland.
Oh, yeah, it's like Tiny Desk, this. There's a small audience behind the cameras. As Stavros, the kebab owner.
Yeah.
Just warming up.
And you,
There's Mick Wall.
and he's had a look at Tiny Desk.
Oh, have you?
Yeah.
Do you like it?
Yeah, there's some good stuff on there.
Good
Yeah.
night.
Yeah.
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 We were talking about we forgot his name again. Country Western Kid.
Which one?
Country Western Kid. Chris Stapleton.
Chris Stapleton. Yeah, that's good.
And I said, have you looked at Stapleton?
With his
Yeah,
wife.
I would look. He said, I look.
Yeah, when
Well-
he does that with his wife.
I like NRP Tiny Desk concept because you get all walks of life on there. It's a bit like Jules Holland. It's like America's answer to Jules Holland's show, but it's singly focused per episode on one person or artist. And I like the fact that you can get all sorts of people there, very individual, from all successes. But then you'll get like Adele and you'll get Coldplay. And I watched the Coldplay one, fully expecting to hate it, get ready to go, whoa, get ready.
It was actually quite good.
He did a
that
good
one.
job.
Yeah,
He did a good job.
I thought it was good.
weren't
I
they?
thought Adele were good as well.
I sent him a text after
Have
the
you seen
show.
the Tom Jones one?
No, I've not seen that one yet.
Don't disregard it. Oh, Tom Jones, don't disregard it. It's great.
I don't mind a bit of Tom Jones.
great.
Got a good voice.
Good pipes.
Derek Trucks, I saw that. I watched that one. That's a good one.
With
And
Susan Tedeschi.
Yeah.
It was also
That's
interesting
the
during the COVID days when they were doing like remote ones and they'd got people in their home. And
Malcolm McDonald.
that's what I was going to say. I was going to say Malcolm McDonald.
What a good one that were.
What a set of pipes he is.
Man, he's famous for his pipes. But he's just sat there at keys and he just belts it out.
The only thing
Belts it out.
I was disappointed in with Tedeschi and Derek Trucks one is I wanted out 12 room behind desk.
Oh, it's a bloody big desk then, isn't it?
all clamped together
Yeah.
in one little huddle.
But this is the thing. This is what we were talking about the other day when you were watching Chris Stapleton.
Yeah.
This, because of the way it's filmed and because of the way it's recorded, there's nowhere to hide. There's no backing tapes.
No, if you
You've got
can't
to be able
sing,
to do it.
if you can't sing, you're going to find out quick.
We're
you
on
can't
about
sing.
how good Stapleton is as a performer, as a guitarist, as a singer. And if anything shows it, how good he is, it's that.
Yeah, he's got a great
He
voice.
just stood there with his wife,
Yeah.
playing his guitar, singing.
Because didn't she just throw some songs out at him and he just sung them, didn't she?
Yeah,
His wife?
but they only do 4, didn't it?
Yeah, three
Only,
or four.
and the
three or
artists
four
only do
tracks.
4.
Yeah.
Some of them only do 3.
Yeah.
But it's a great little program. I've liked it since Louis recommended it to me a few years ago.
Yeah, there's some good stuff on there.
Would anyone like to hear hear
Don't fart.
the original rendition of Enter Sandman? This is true. This is the demo version.
Okay.
Go on then.
Have you ever heard it before?
No.
Right, then prepare your
Pi-
ears.
Pirates.
It's. I mean, this is before they got into metal, but we'll go with it. It's a Casio keyboard. We've got a ukulele here. Finds it all too much.
He obviously don't like it.
Now this is actually Metallica. It's very New Orleansy. There we go. It even works in that style. So, just to clarify for people, what we were looking at there was it's a Jimmy Fallon show where they get them all in a small room and they just get like toy instruments out, and they get the original artist to make basically a mock version of the song. But it was good because Metallica
Actually.
have turned their metal classic into a childish New Orleans
Yeah.
rendition.
Oh, that was good.
Did you enjoy that?
I did, yeah.
Yeah.
You don't know
Do you
how
want to
much
shut that door?
You don't know how much I enjoyed that.
I know you had to walk away. It was so good.
I couldn't believe how good it was. What else you got, Wayne? I can see you rummaging through your notes and you're eager to
No, I'm
spring something on us.
no, I'm going to save them till for next one.
Do you know what I learned?
What you learned?
Uh,
Arabic?
No, I saved it as a video, but it's a bit of an interview, so I'll not play it. But Celine Dion,
Yeah.
she didn't want to sing the song for the Titanic. Originally, when she was pitched the idea, James Cameron didn't want her. She didn't want to sing the song. She was pitched this. She did a demo. This is like here's a song for it. We would sing this, and she was like, she heard the lyrics, she heard the music. She was like, no, that's not for me. But I'm going to do it because I'll do it as a demo, and maybe you can pitch it to somebody else. James Cameron went that into her. Vice versa. It wasn't set for
Chemistry weren't working.
it wasn't set for greatness. And she really didn't want to do it. Anyway, she sung this demo and they sent it off. And
The rest is history, baby.
the rest is history. What you hear is the demo.
Ah, that happens so many times, doesn't it?
Yeah. But her vocal performance is very good.
Yeah.
And that's a demo.
Yeah.
That was just knocked out.
It's a bit like the Hendrix thing. Is it When Cries Mary?
Is that a demo?
Wait a minute. I've got to get this right now.
I mean, it sounds like a demo because it just sort of like fizzles out quite quick.
Yeah, it's either... What was the one that they used to play, John used to play?
Red House?
No, and the feet.
Come on.
No, give me a minute.
Come on.
Wait a minute.
It's not When Cries Mary.
No.
It's...
No, not Bot. Oh, God, what is it?
It's not Voodoo Child. It is not that. It is... Well, while you're thinking of that, I'll just tell you. Do you know Jimi Hendrix played his guitar awkwardly?
Yeah, reversed headstock.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Why?
He's left-handed
Why didn't he just buy a left-handed guitar?
because the white guitar was given to him by Keith Richards.
No.
I don't know.
Because you think, all right, just buy a left-handed guitar. You're left-handed. No. He liked the control board at the top.
It wouldn't be easier just to get someone to drill new holes? Maybe not, I suppose.
No.
Yeah.
Turn the
The
guitar
Bob
upside down.
Dylan song.
The Bob Dylan song?
All on the Watchtower.
All Along the
No.
Watchtower.
No, it's not that one.
No.
Hey, Joe.
No.
So I've never understood I'm a left-handed guitar player,
You are.
and I've never understood the point of a left-handed guitar because, if anything, the right-handed people are at the disadvantage because their strongest hand
Is doing.
is on the rhythm. And I know that rhythm's super key, but there's more dexterity going on the fretboard. So for me playing a right-handed guitar, my left hand is doing all the dexterity.
You're a left-handed guitarist playing a right-handed guitar.
Yeah.
Who else does that?
I don't know.
Mark Knopfler.
Okay.
Yeah, so, you're in good company.
Well, yeah.
He thought the same way. What my strongest attribute is my left hand, and they wanted me to use my right hand. So he plays it right way. He plays it that way.
When you think about it, it does make sense.
Yeah, us right-handers are at a disadvantage.
Voodoo Child.
No,
I'm still thinking of this bloody
I know
song.
you are. Yeah,
Well,
I'm trying to think of ones that Foxy's played. He's shouted it already.
Oh, yes, yeah. Yeah.
Well, anyway, everybody, it's
Anyway,
been.
he wanted the control buttons at the top
Oh,
because he found it a lot easier and more accessible
is that what it is?
to play rather than the ones that were down below. Woo-hoo. Anyway, that's that one. I'll skip what he used to play because I can't remember it. The moment's past now.
Go on, Wayne. You know you want to say it.
Goodbye.